what I want is this Kenny here from Property Story. So I did a video saying that I would like to actually interview people that I work with and do a podcast, right? So the universe has a funny way of granting my thoughts and wishes. This is the first podcast and it's an impromptu one. I thought it's been a while since I catch up with this person. His name is William. It's from Property Buddy. We knew each other back then in 2015, I think. So we know each other for like 8 years, a very long time, even before he started this Property Buddy. So William personally is a property investor. He's a good property investor and he has a lot of properties also. The thing is that what we want to discuss today is the management of the property. I always emphasize that the buying is half the battle. It's the holding of good properties that is the one that is going to make you rich. Okay? So over the years, Property Buddy, William and Ross, they are the partners. They have helped me a lot. And they have managed my properties. They have always come to my aid when I need my things to be done at my house. So they actually did like replace half of my kitchen cabinet because that is a rental property. They replaced half my kitchen, refurbish my house to tenant, and then they manage the rental also. Any problem or anything that the tenant requests, small repairs, I don't need to read it. Okay, so they manage it as well. So today, I would like to introduce William and Property Buddy to all of you. So let's get to the impromptu interview. I haven't even think of the show name, so I'm just going to call it the Property Story Show. Property Story Show's episode 1 with William Wong, Property Buddy. Enjoy.
Hi guys, I'm William from Property Buddy. We do 3 areas, renovation, maintenance, and also rental.
Okay, so we are actually in one of the unit that you completed, right? So could you please walk us through like how do you determine, you talk about research, right? How do you determine the rental of the unit before you start?
Okay, this is Sophia. It's affordable housing by PPA 1M in Desa Park. Only government servants can buy, basically. But how do we know the rental in this area? Because this unit is already completed, I think, about 2 years. So we can actually benchmark against the sub-sales on all the listing website. So listing website, you choose the similar size, but this is more straightforward. There's only one size, 826, I think. 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. So it ranges from 1,008 all the way to 2,005. So you can compare if the unit, just bare unit, probably around 1,008. If it's partial, maybe somewhere around 2001, 2002, and the fully furnished and a nicer one, potentially could fetch around 2005. So we can quite confidently market this unit for 2005.
So when we talk about rental, right, the headache that we face as an investor, how to furnish, like how much to spend, and perhaps you can walk us through, right, this unit, what is the ideal kind and what is the concept? Why do you furnish on this?
Okay. So as an owner point of view, initially, how do you budget? There's no one single size that fits all the budgeting tips. In terms of budget, maybe you can start off with general one. Don't spend too much, not more than 10% of your unit price. So let's say the unit is 300,000. Try not to spend more than 30,000. That's one of the general rule of thumb. Second thing is that you need to know your target rental market, whether it is student, local, family, more affluent aspects. So, and then you know just now mentioned about rental benchmarking. So you know your range is around 2,000 to 2,005. So the design, the furnishing, all the things, right, you need to maybe synchronize a bit. If you are renting 4,005 and 2,005, it's also different. So put your main, the first impression area is from the entrance. You come in, you have to see the design already. So design-wise is you need to know where to put your feature wall. Feature wall, definitely when you come in from the door, right? You rarely see this wall. This wall is flat to you. You always see this area first. So first thing of your design, and then choosing the design, what kind of design that you like. Simple, dark, fancy, vibrant colors. So when it comes to colors, just choose something more neutral, if you want to target a wide market. If you are targeting student, maybe even a simpler design will be okay. Very simple design. It can be rounded shapes. It can be geometrical shapes like aging, rectangular, pentagon, hexagon kind of shape also can. Yeah. So if you are looking for into A, B, and B, then probably you need something more fancy. Yeah. Right.
So for it, well, what you had mentioned, when we choose a design,
And
we have to know who we are marketing.
so yeah.
And when we mentioned that you talk about property investors, we are always, most of the time, we are targeting mass market, right? So and you mentioned that you need to target about 10% of your property price on the renovation. So how do you the next question is like, how do you determine whether I should fully furnish it, I should partial furnish it, or just leave it?
Okay.
So this one, I noticed that it's fully furnished. So perhaps you can walk us through, when you talk about furnishing, right? How much?
Okay. There are few angles to look at lah. Some projects comes with partial furnished already, maybe 60% or 70% already furnished. So if you look at the demand and supply kind of rule, right, most of the units is already partial furnished. So how to make your unit stands out? So either you add on the designs, or you add on in terms of furnishings. You make it furnishing so that it will differentiate your unit in terms of partial furnished and fully furnished. That's one thing. Then second thing is also to look at the target tenant. If the target tenant is more to family, where maybe family has their own stuff, maybe bed, washer, fridge, then partial furnished maybe makes sense also. But if you're targeting people who are doing maybe room rentals, Airbnb, definitely fully furnished. And then in Sophia, to apply to this area, it comes in a very bad unit, not even aircon, water heater, nothing. So you can even do partial furnished if you want. But we think that if we do fully furnished, there's a potential of maximum rental of 2005 compared to a partial furnished, maybe around 2000, 2001. So we want to optimize the rental. That's why we do it fully furnished. And then doing fully furnished, because we have a control in terms of everything, in terms of design, matching all the colors of the furniture, the curtain, the feature wall, the lighting. Because if you just choose particularly on the fixtures, like kitchen cabinet, curtain, then the rest of the item owners want to buy themselves, or they want to add in themselves later on, or maybe they just want to leave it bare, but let the tenant bring in their stuff. So when they bring in their stuff, chances is you cannot control the item that they bring in. So when they bring in, it doesn't look nice, the color combination, the theme like Larry already, not so consistent already. So it doesn't look nice. Then for a longer term, then you need to maybe repair it again with other suitable colors. So I think fully furnished, and then you have a control and a consistent theme would be nicer. But based on our experience, it's really easier to control. Because sometimes maybe owner just want to bring in their bed, maybe the sofa, maybe their dining table. But the dining table just couldn't match with the existing theme of the unit. So it doesn't look nice also.
So another question that I always talk about investor, why your furnishing so expensive one? You spend 30K, this one 10K, I can settle it. So why do they have to engage someone like anybody or you, for that matter, to do it? What's the advantage compared to the normal for furnishing myself?
Okay, comparing between a contractor and also property body or property management solution service. So contractor doesn't, first thing, they don't do the overall things, including rental benchmarking, inspection, submission of defects, re-inspection and stuff. And then when you ask contractor, you don't ask them how much can I rent and what are the items you should prioritize for the rental unit. They'll always try to charge you as high as possible with more cabinets, with more mirrors, with more fittings or built-ins. So that at the end of the day, they make the margin from them. But they doesn't prioritize from the point of the rental point of view. So whether your unit can rent 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, they really don't care much on that. They can't even answer you, this unit, whether you can rent 2,500 or not. Their priority is not that. They just focus on furnishing buildings. So the scope of work we cover is the same as contractor, but we value add in terms of different units. Whether I'm doing affordable housing in Bukit Jalil or Desa Park, I will always advise a customer what to do with it, and your unit potentially can rent in what range. So from there, we can work out the budget, not to overspend, splurge on unnecessary items like built-ins, plaster ceiling.
From what I understand, this when I pay you, I as a investor, as a owner, I pay you 30,000, for example. I pay you 30,000. You'll be able to tell me how much I can rent, and that means when I pay you this 30,000, I know exactly how much I can rent and when I can get it money. Correct?
Yep, correct.
If I pay another contractor or do it myself,
Yeah,
I might not be able to know what is the things that I need to prioritize. What is how much the rental is. Let's just say I paid 2,000 versus 2,500.
yeah.
Can I really earn for 2,500? I don't know. That's what
Yep, correct. So when it comes from owner themselves, individual, first thing is that they need to have time to handle everything. They need to manage multiple different suppliers, because in a house, you will definitely tend to deal with different suppliers, including cabinet, furniture suppliers, electrical appliances supplier, even aircon. Maybe aircon, you just deal with aircon guys only. Then in terms of painting, maybe contractor doesn't do the design, then you need to find another painter, which probably they also have a minimal charge on the painting. So in terms of managing multiple parties, and then the costing, and then the timeline, if you manage different contractors, how can you be sure that you can finish all the work within a timeline? We give our guarantee in terms of 25 work days to 30 work days, depending on the unit. So if landed is definitely longer, or bigger units is definitely, and older units, like if older unit, there are a lot of refurbishment, repair involved. But new unit is around 20 to 30. If you ask a contractor to give you this kind of timeline and guarantee delivery, I don't think contractor can give you assurance. Sometimes they will do halfway, and then they will focus on another project which cause delay to your unit. So why we want to give a timeline is because it's an assurance to the owner. They can rent out within as soon as possible. After we complete the unit, we do the photo shooting. So
minimize the loss, right?
Yeah, you minimize the occupancy cost,
Yeah.
the vacancy cost, The unit is empty. Whether you buy it using cash or installment, you still is open.
Time.
Is the opportunity cost that you are paying also,
So, okay, one more thing that we, as an owner, right, whenever we engage a contractor, whether it's BB or outside of contractor, we always get this headache, especially after sales service. So does PG actually provides an after sales service? Because these things that you see here definitely take time to maintain. And then those wear and tear, I see those beautiful little cabinet, definitely have wear and tear. So does
Yeah. So when it comes to post after sales service or post project service, there are a few areas. One is the electrical appliances that we supply. So definitely it comes with the manufacturer warranty. So if anything to do with that, we will assist the tenant and the owner to do the warranty inspection, and also if there's any replacement, repair, logistic arrangements, and also any contractors that need to visit the unit, we will also arrange the permit with the management. So these are things, if property buddy is not in the picture, then everything is handled by the tenant, owner, and also the supplier. It will be more hassle if the owner bought it from online platforms. So how do you return? You need to arrange the logistic. If the suppliers are not local, not in Klang Valley, probably you bought from Perak, Malacca, Penang, then it's even more hassle for the owners to cater for these kind of things. Second thing is that the other things that we provide, paintings, kitchen cabinet, furnitures, everything, if need replacement, we are still all able to assist the tenant or the owner. Some owners actually use it for one stay. So for example, mattress, they use it for 1-2 months, and then there's unevenness in terms of the spring. It's manufacturer defect. So we just call our regular supplier, and then a certain scenario, we straight away replace one on the mattress. So if like furniture, or if you handle yourself, every time when there's deliveries,
effects, common ones that you all handled?
Like this, or if when they deliver, you need to check whether there's only defects. So if there's defects, we straight away reject the delivery when they send in the delivery order and stuff. Let's say there's a chip, there's a dent, or there's some broken in terms of the leg mark. When they send, maybe this due to some handling, because it's also they from warehouse sent to the unit. So you need to check on maybe the cushion, the body and the cushion is the color is not even. So we can also check on behalf of the owner because we handle a lot of different furniture deliveries, item deliveries, including all the lights also. So
let's just say we already finish our work and it's like years down the road, like maybe after warranty, 2-3 years stuff. Then my water heater got problem. Can I still call your property buddy?
For what? Yeah, for let's say we provide the support up to probably the one year after the services or 6 months after the services. If the water heater or the washer or the fridge still under warranty and then it's supplied by us, can just get to us and then we will coordinate to see whether maybe a third party technician will come in or the warranty support team will come in. Yeah.
So let's just say we talk about those units that after warranty. I mean, some of the appliances that owner I buy myself. And then my warranty over it. So can I still ask you all to come and, of course, the charges apply? Come here and inspect.
Yeah, we do unit inspection also, and also unit management. So whether it's rented out or the owner stay, they stay for themselves also can. But of course, it's the item that we provide, we couldn't cover the items that we didn't provide at the first place. So let's say maybe fridge or washer is actually bought by the owner himself, then that kind of support is not in the scope. Yeah.
So basically, we want to engage your services, just after sales services, it's best that we get from.
Yeah. Because we get it from a more reliable, more consistent supplier. At any time, if we have any returns, any defects, we need to arrange any technician to come in. At least they will give us a certainty roughly by when. Instead of you call to a warranty support team, maybe they will say, I'll call you back. I'll let you know soon when we can come. That's kind of inconsistency in terms of the after-sales service experience.
Okay, so for example, let's just say recently I have my problem with my house, my plumbing.
Yeah.
So I got problem with plumbing and also my defect identity is older. So can I still call you guys and ask you all for sending a plumber or what?
Yeah, sure. There's one unit in D Nuri by Exim, also affordable housing. It's already over defect liability period. I think it's more than 2 years already, but we gotten the project recently. Then the unit doesn't have plumbing problem, but tiling problem, a lot of hollow tiles. We try to actually claim it with the developer, but the developer main con, subcon also probably not in the contract already because after 2 years already. So we can do it in-house. We do it in-house and then repair already, and then we give a bill to the owner. Owner managed to actually get a claim from the developer. So it's also a good thing. We do it in-house, that means we can control the service timeline and also quality. I source the tiles on behalf of the owner because owner actually based in Singapore. Source from the supplier that supplies the same tiles to D Nuri residents. So I handle the order, delivery, get my guys to install all the tiles, and then get the management to inspect. If our work is okay, then they will approve the claims. So this is much more faster, and then it's also convenient for the owner. He don't need to come back just to cater for a few arrangement with the contractors and also the management.
Okay. So that means is it your target market mostly deal with those investors, especially those investors that's not here then, but they want to buy. For example, let's just say I'm working overseas. I want to buy from my parents to stay, so I can also engage you all to take out everything.
Yeah.
So you don't do the rental part, do you?
I do the rental part also. So there's 3 parts. From the unit, if it's like new like this, we'll do a renovation, and then we do the rental. So after rented out already, we also cover the unit maintenance. So we will liaise with the tenant if there's any other things need to fix or need to cater in terms of they want to have they want to bring in some new furniture. They want to add in a dryer, but there's no power socket. So we will coordinate things like this. So it will be very convenient and valuable for owners that doesn't base in Klang Valley. That's first one. Second thing is that even they base in Klang Valley, but they are not very familiar, well versed with renovation, repairs. Every time it takes them a lot of time to cater. Let's say just one issue with some plumbing issue in the kitchen area. Maybe you need someone that does the plumbing, but the plumber doesn't do tiling works. So probably you need a house contractor as well. Yeah, so a minimum two. Yes. Yeah, so these two value and convenience that we bring to the owners, whether they base here or not base here, at least, but they are probably not so much, don't have so much of time to cater for this kind of stuff. Yeah.
So for the rental part, do you work with agents?
I have two models. I work with agents if I do not cover the area. I'm not specializing in the area. And then if I am specializing in the area or it's near to be convenient for me to manage all the units, I will be doing it myself or in-house.
So you have to check which way.
Yeah, correct. So for example, like Wangsa Maju, I work along with agents. So for Damansara area, PJ area, most of the listing will be managed under in-house. Yeah. But despite we collaborate with other agents, we also have a consistency in terms of tenancy documents, the processes. If the unit is rented by another agent, but it's actually collaboration with property body, we give assurance in terms of the unit maintenance. Or if the tenant comes in, if they feel that the unit still requires another round of cleaning, we will provide. If any of the items, they come in, they started to use it, then only we realize maybe some vibration sound, some defects we will still come in. But compared to an agent, outside agent, maybe they will stop after signing or stamping tenancy agreement. So we will still provide the additional add-on things that cover to make the tenancy and the unit maintenance experience more comprehensive, more smoother.
Wow. Okay. So from what I understand is that your work complements the agent. So if let's say today an agent come to you and say, this unit I don't cover, but I want to find someone to work with to maintain the place.
Yeah.
Are you open to working with agents?
Yes, we already have this kind of existing working relationship with agents. Whether new units like Esther, Ate Ampang, they are agents that engage us to do all the renovation and design. Then for rental, we have a collaboration. We will hand back the unit to the agents to do. This way also can. Or another way is that the unit already rented out, then there's a tenancy turnover cycle. The unit needs some refurbishment. So we can also come in as a refurbishment partner to refurbish, redesign the whole unit. And then either we rent it out or we collaborate with the partner agent to rent it out. Yeah, which either way is okay. As long as like still value adding to our partnering agents, because they don't do the refurbish, reno stuff.
So that means if let's just say today, okay, agents out there, all of you, this property buddy, William Wong, is your friend in terms of managing. You keep your landlords happy, your landlord will come back to you and they will also give you back your listing. So you don't have to worry about losing your landlords, okay? They are not in competition with you. And if you're interested, I will highly recommend you to contact William to discuss incentive, commission, all you all discuss with them, not with me.
Yeah, sure.
For this, okay, the last part, right? Well, William, I want to ask you, so let's recap now, William. From our conversation, it's about 21 minutes already. We've talked about who you actually service. So from what I understand is that you service those who are not based in family, or even though if they are based in family, they got no time. Basically, people who got no time and no knowledge. All this. So basically, these people that you service, they must value. Of course, they are earning much more than their day job or their business.
Yeah, correct.
Is to
correct.
So, as a property investor, from what I understand, you are a partner. If I want to expand my portfolio, you are the property buddy is really my buddy.
Yes, there's a main meaning out behind the name of the buddy.
So this property buddy means you are my buddy and you are my investment partner. I want to invest.
Yes.
Just the problem every investor has, even like myself, I got tools like headache. I can't understand how people can have 20 lah.
Yeah.
So, but if I partner with someone like property buddy, then I can see myself having 20.
Yes, it's much more properly managed and then scalable lah. But as long as the property is in Klang Valley lah, so our footprint is still in focusing in Klang Valley. So even before you buy, if you want to just validate the rental data with us, we do research to ensure that if we were to participate before you buy, yes. But if you already bought it, then I got no other choice. You can still ask me how much you can fetch in terms of rental and then what to do to actually optimize it. Yeah.
So with let's just say today I were to buy something. Let's just say I want to buy a condo kit.
Yeah.
Right? Then does Property Money have any agent to recommend to me or?
Same working model with the agents. If I don't have the projects or I don't have the sub-sale listing, I will recommend you to someone I know that caters for that area. Let's say Bandar Utama or Kelana Jaya, something like that. Then if I have the listing or the projects, then I will let you know the details first. Main thing, if you are looking for investment, then you have to cater for at least 4 criteria first lah. The entry price of the unit versus the median price and the ceiling price of that area. You can use this everywhere, whether it's Penang, Johor or Klang Valley. Second thing is cash flow type lah. When you do your estimation of rental and then your cost installment, what kind of cash flow type that I mentioned before. There's actually five type of cash flow, and then the future growth opportunity, any big mega projects is coming into that area. And also your rental strategy lah, whether you are doing Airbnb, room rental, unit rental, and then your target tenant. Rental strategy includes how you rent it out and also your target, whether your target is purely Sunway student, Monash students, or working professionals, expats. Yeah, then from there you will be able to know what to do with the unit. Yeah, these 4 things first are the things like tenure, freehold, leasehold, high dense, low dense, you can consider later on, but these 4 things is the main homework that I always advise people to do first.
When we talk about real estate, so we talk mostly about rental. So let's just say if I were to sell my unit, can you also recommend an agent?
Yeah, sure. There's quite a number of units that I recommend to other agents to sell. I roughly know the details, I have the photos, then I will check with either the valuer or the agent themselves, how much does the unit cost, valuation. Then I will furnish all the details to the agent and then connect the seller and also the agent to do so. If I can't be focusing on entire Klang Valley area. So there's something that maybe people are more familiar and more expert in that area.
So that's the thing that I've always said to my audience.
Yeah.
I'm the one that is doing your loan. I'm the specialist in the loan. You ask me about renovation, I don't know. So
yeah, true.
I always want to work with specialists. And when we talk about specialists, right, we always talk about, wow, this fella very expensive. So what do you think? Like, to me, I don't mind paying as long as you get the work done to up to whatever you promised to deliver.
Yeah, true. So let's say you are comparing maybe a specialist in terms of renovation area. I have came across, I think the project Birch in Sentul or KL area lah. We done a few units there also. Then one of the owner came and compare price with me, asked how much I spent on the other units, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, similar like this. Then after comparing, the owner, in fact, he probably engaged a few contractors. End up the total is much more than what we provide. Then he just said one thing: I should have consider your package. Then that time to me is also I can't do much because he already engaged someone else. I don't want to spoil the relationship also. But after comparing, our Property Buddy caters for everything, but still cheaper than someone that doesn't cater for everything. Maybe in between, in terms of inspection, in terms of renovation, he need to jaga himself. Sometimes maybe take leave just to cater for some impromptu unplanned stuff lah. So I think if you know someone who is really specialized in that area, then someone is more valuable and more cheaper to pay. Even it's at a premium lah, maybe 20%, 30%. At least you get the certainty of delivery, peace of mind, and a guaranteed timeline. Even like that's what renovation part lah. If it's come to rental, then you can ask agent, this unit, this type of design, furnishing, how much can it be rented? most of the agent in the market, I'm not actually condemning them. Most of the agent will try to ask you to rent lower. They will always say, this is the market rate. Maybe you can rent 1,500, but they ask you to consider 1,200, 1,000. They always try to press. So as an owner, you also need to have a bit of knowledge of how to do rental benchmarking. Yeah, how to negotiate also. Because most of the agent will just tell you, if you expect 1,500, they will always tell you, now is asking only 1,200, 1,300. Yeah, not to say, because agent want to rent out the unit fast. They are going for transaction and volume. So the more they close, the more income they get.
Correct. That's the thing that I keep telling my audience the same thing.
Yeah.
You deal with the agent, you and the agent, both of you want the same thing, but your goals are different. The agent views your property as a business.
Yes.
That means it's just a listing.
Yeah.
So the more volume they have, the more income they have. You will view your property since you have one, or I don't care if you have 10 out there.
Yep.
Your property is for your retirement, different.
Correct.
So you want to maximize the return, the agent
want to maximize transaction. Yeah.
So there's a different thing. So that's why when you deal with agents, you must understand where they're coming from. And if you want to incentivize them, you also must understand where they're coming from.
Yes.
But I think we are all human beings. Unfortunately, when it comes to money, and especially when desperate, right, we tend to emotions fly out the middle. We have high expectations, especially when get key. Wow, this one, the owner ran out 3,000. I want 3,000.
Yeah. Sometimes also the expectation need to be adjusted. Sometimes they expect too high from the market, while just repeat so many units, so many supplies. So you have to rent out your unit first. Then 1 year later, 2 years later, when the supply subsides, right, then you can ask a bit more, rather than keeping it empty for 3 months, 4 months, which means let's say 2,500 times 4 is already 10,000 opportunity cost that you lost, and then you pay to the bank some more. Yeah.
So that's why sometimes I don't understand why people can be penny wise more Malaysia.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
William, for what you have mentioned, especially with the renovation part, I like the part where you mentioned that property buddy has a fixed cost and they do everything. What you are trying to say here is that you are transparent. That means most contractors, right, when they say quote you, they quote you low, let's say 10,000. Then suddenly along the way or halfway the project engage them, they will ask for 5,000. They ask for more money, 5,000, 10,000. Then they haven't finished their job. That is the biggest worry we as owners get. So what you are offering here is actually a certainty. That means everything.
Yes, it's transparent. Once we quote you, unless it's an old unit that we cannot do the estimation on just purely on photos and videos. Probably that we need to go on site to check some other things that is probably not hidden, not on the surface area, like for example leaking at the bathroom area. We can only notice it after 1 week or 2 weeks after using the unit. Yeah, sometimes it's like that, but that is something I pocket under unplanned quotation side lah. But most of the time, new unit, not much of major issue. Once we come up with the quotation wouldn't change much unless the owner say want to add something, want to reduce something. Yeah, that is possible. That's flexible lah.
That one is fair enough.
Yeah.
But the most important part is that the horror stories that we always hear is that once I pay already, I'm stuck.
Yeah. Sometimes you pay already, you don't know the contractor when they start work.
Yes.
Yeah. They will say, oh, maybe this week my pekerja is sick already, MC or something. Then keep on pushing. Then you have to keep on chasing. So to us, it's like we have a guaranteed promise timeline, 25 working days. Whether we start fast or finish fast, or we start late, but we still finish within the timeline. Yeah. If we have any workers that we previously is down with COVID, then we have limited workers. Also, we try. If we really can, we will not extend the timeline at all, because this is something we understand in terms of as owners also we are paying, and then the uncertainty whether agent tell me, oh, I have a tenant can come in within 15 days. My unit is under renovation, so we try to coordinate. So sometimes in the middle of the renovation, the owner already gotten a tenant, so we try to speed things up. Yeah, always think on behalf in terms of the owner's priority as well.
So you are really a property buddy.
Yeah, as a property owner and property buddy point. Yeah.
Perhaps William, we can start and share when you started property buddy.
Started property buddy somewhere around 2017 or 18, about 6 years back.
6 years.
Yeah.
So what made you want to run a renovation business?
Yeah, initially we are selling projects. I'm selling projects and also doing some rentals, just like a freelance agent. Then naturally there's owners asking us whether we do any repairs or coordinate any repairs. So I coordinate contractors. Then I realized that there's a natural demand in terms of these repairs, refurbishment, renovation for units. Then there's also during the time I met my partner Rose, and then we talk about it and validated it through some questionnaire and surveys. Then that's how Property Buddy ideas started.
Because when you talk about renovation business, a lot of the contractors I speak to out there, that it's a cutthroat business because everybody's throwing price. So what made you think, or what made you have the courage to actually start this, that knowing that this is going to be like a Red Sea business?
Definitely we didn't have so much of experience on renovation and how the models, how to make it so different. But of course we know that if you're competing as just another contractor, that will be really competitive and very cutthroat. The moment you reduce your price, the other contractors will reduce their price as well. So we need to identify what are the value to deliver to the customers, not just a contractor, but also to cater for things like rental benchmarking. What are the priority of the owners? For example, we mentioned in the podcast also, contractors doesn't tell you how to optimize your renovation for rental basis, and then what's your target rental, what's the range of the rental that you can rent, and then who are the target market. Are you renting to a 1,008 target market or 3,008 target market? Is totally different. So we position ourselves in terms of this value to the owners. And second main thing is that whether the owners is in Klang Valley or not in Klang Valley, but they don't have a time to manage or don't have the experience to do this kind of on-site renovation and coordination. Yeah.
Okay. So from what I've heard from you is that you actually followed your customer demand, then that's why it gives you confidence to start this business, correct?
Yeah, it came from a real demand. The owners really asked us whether we do any small jobs, small contractor jobs, including just replacing some lighting, touch up some paints. So that demand turned into validated business ideas. Yeah.
And is that like what you said, advice, or let's just say, for people who want to run a business or start a business, is that the advice that you give them to validate the ideas?
Yeah, I think that would be really good because you already validate the ideas, and then the cost of starting up a service-based business is low. Maybe you just need maybe a YouTube channel or your own phone, your own laptop to start up with. So the low cost of starting makes us less worried, less concerned if something doesn't work right. I don't need to have already own a certain amount of debt just because I want to start a business. I don't have equipment. I don't have renovation or idea of a renovation of a restaurant. If you also want to start up a F&B.
Thank you so much, William, for sharing and showing the unit, and especially your expertise and also what you offer. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching this, William, where do they find where do you want to send them after this? After they listen to you, maybe they want to look at your past projects, they want to look at your portfolio.
Just go to our IG, Property Buddy, Instagram IG. You can contact me over there, or you can check all the past projects over there. We do own stay, we do rental, we do room rental, Airbnb renovation design also. But so if you need someone to manage your unit, also can. Our management fee is very, very affordable.
Okay, yeah. So we go to your Instagram account. I will leave the Instagram handle down there. There's also the contact details. You can contact William.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much, William.
Okay, thanks.